What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Imperfection was seen. Perfection was felt. We experienced perfection last season. Well, they went over Texas A&M in the Rose Bowl. We are your national champions for the second time in this here Dynasty. Now, we're going to keep everything the same. Our budget is the same, and our rules are the same. We are not going to talk nobody out of transferring or talk anybody out of going pro. So I knew that Parham, he was going to go. Smith, what else does he have to prove? And Fry, one of the best offensive linemen in the nation. Those guys are going pro. Rogers is going to transfer to Eastern Michigan. Hope nothing but the best for him. Even though we're losing Robert Smith, we have a lot of guys that can play linebacker for us. Matter of fact, we may have 3 inside linebackers spread to the outside positions as well moving forward. You will see that in a second as we go over our roster. We're losing a bunch of talent. Like, we are losing probably the most talent that we've ever lost, but because we were the most talented that we ever were. And we've had the most seniors that we ever had here. That's one thing that definitely was something that I was not expecting. I was expecting a lot of these guys to maybe go pro that happen to stay, and obviously that's going to help. And do we rebuild? No, at this point, we just reload. We are trying to be NCAA 06 version of what Alabama is today. Maybe you could throw in Georgia, you know what I mean? Clemson had a down year last year, but we know that they could bounce back. But you know what I mean? We want to be that power. So the only guy that we missed out on really is Robinson, but he was a last-ditch effort to try to get. Do we need middle linebackers? No. He was interested in a Big Ten school. I figured let me try to just steal him away, so we threw the house at him, put all of our recruiting points on him the last week of recruiting, but it was too late by then. But this guy, Townsend is going to be a project. Not sure if I'm going to redshirt him, but we're going to make him a tight end. I talked about this in all my dynasties so far, that it's kind of been hard finding that great tight end. We had Chad Johnson back with the SAU Bulls, but yeah, he was a receiver that went to tight end. And I don't know if maybe tight ends is one of those positions that is just hard to find. Nowadays in recruiting, if you play like an NCAA 14, tight ends are kind of easy to find. But in NCAA 6, it just wasn't that way. So he is 6'8", 232. He's a tight end. Yeah, he could be a Calvin, but no, he is a tight end. You know what I mean? So we are going to change his position to tight end. Hopefully everything works out for him. We did have a top 5 recruiting class, which is always a good look. We had 4 5-star recruits, including a punter that's transferring from a junior college. So when it comes to our receiving core, it's pretty decent, man. But Townsend goes from a 74 overall receiver to an 80 overall tight end. That's what I like to see. So I might just do that moving forward. We might lose some when it comes to blocking ability, but we could spread guys out. Straight Barry Sanders this thing. Barry Sanders didn't like playing with a fullback in front of him. And even though I love the fullbacks, I love my fullbacks, baby. I really, really do. I love a fullback. You feel me? But we got to do what's best for the squad, because we are trying to leave our mark on college football history. You feel me? I know you do. You smell what I'm saying? Do you smell what I'm saying? I know that you do as well. So Barnes, 95 overall with 89 speed. He's going to be that workhorse. We have 2 guys that we recruited a couple of years back. They're both in the same recruiting class. You're going to see Jackson with 90 overall speed. That option quarterback, it might work. But Cannon and Talley, these 2 guys are tall, whatever you want to call them. Those 2 guys we recruited in the same year. Those are going to be our home run hitters. But when we need to get on base, we need to get something rolling, obviously, it is going to be Barnes. I think that he could be the best running back in the nation. Maybe mess around and win a Heisman. Definitely thinking that he is going to be an All-American by year's end. I don't normally show you guys the preseason All-Americans. Like, I guess I could start doing that. I didn't show it here either, but I could start doing it to see who, people thought was going to be good, but then turned out not to be so good, and who wasn't even on the list, and then made it onto the list. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that could be something that we could do moving forward. So right end, looking solid. 92 overall right end. D tackle, we got 90 overall. Cottrell, who played for us last year, he's now our number 1 D tackle, and then Moore, he's going to get some playing time as well. Now here we go. Left outside linebacker, we got Thurman, 82 overall with 74 speed. And Mullins, 86, you can see down there, he was one of our breakthrough guys. He had the best offseason, best spring, and he has 84 speed. It would be foolish not to allow this guy to start. Thurman would get playing time. I love going through my defense and putting different linebackers in different spots depending on what I feel like they can bring me. So we would definitely do that. Moody is our number 1 inside linebacker as of right now. Derek Jackson kind of that same boat. We have Casey Smith, who was our second string inside linebacker last year. Obviously, Moody was playing on the outside last year. And it's like, yeah, we don't really run a 3-4. We really don't have linebackers as edge rushers. So I want guys who can thump. You feel me? Like, imagine a 4-3 defense, and you take all-time greats. You got Ray Lewis, maybe man in the middle, got Butkus to the outside of him, and Singletary to the outside of, you know what I mean? Like, to me, an inside linebacker can play anywhere on a 4-3 defense. Maybe y'all feel the same. Maybe y'all feel differently. I don't know. Demps, 95 overall. We just keep on reloading at the strong safety spot, man. At the safety spot, both safety spots, we just keep reloading, okay? This is safety U. I'm not going to call it DBU. Not going to go that far and call it DBU. I'll let LSU have that or Clemson have that. Whoever y'all feel like is DBU, let them have that. But safety U, that's us. That is us, okay? We have produced Thorpe Award winners, Battle. Then we got Dortch. Can't forget about McNamara. Travis Smith was a bad boy in his own right, man. So, hey, it is what it is. But we are, okay, safety U. And the black shirt defense, it reigns supreme, okay? So anyways, look at the cover. Greatness, baby. Miller in Indiana. Look to compete for the national title in 2014. That's why we got a quarterback coming back. Like, it could be a spectacular season, but it won't be easy because the schedule that I have put together is a doozy. Now, it is 12 games, and then we kick things off with the game of the century, number 1 versus number 2. Number 1, Indiana, taking on number 2, Miami. Then we are on the road, 2 Pac-10 teams with Washington and Stanford. Then we start our Big Ten play with Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, Ohio State. 3 games on the road. And then I changed Notre Dame because that gives us 6 on the road, 6 at home. And Notre Dame does give us 12 games on the schedule. But I was going into this year knowing that I wanted to play the number 2 team in the nation if we were ranked number 1. We were ranked number 1. So I was like, who was ever number 2? You're going to be on the schedule. But that does give us 12 games. But I could not take anybody off because everybody else had to have a minimum of 11 games. So I went to the SEC to try to schedule some people, then remove them off, you know what I'm saying, trying to manipulate the system, because sometimes SEC teams and ACC teams have 12 games on their schedule. So I tried to add one of those teams in the Notre Dame spot. It just didn't work. Everybody was at 11. If I took one of them off, they would be below 11. And NCAA 06, don't play that crap, homie. They don't play that crap. So, yeah. This is the result we're going to get for the first time since I want to say like year 3 of this dynasty. We're going to have 12 games on the schedule, but we do finish up with Purdue. So again, I'm okay with having 12 games on the schedule as long as we finish up with Purdue every single year. It was going to be like Alabama or Clemson, but I was like, that's kind of cheating the system. And even with this, it kind of is. But we're the number 1 team in the nation. Okay, what you going to do? We wanted to have a game of the century, so that's what we're going to do, baby. Emmanuel Miller right now is second on the Heisman watch list in between 2 quarterbacks, one from UTEP, one from Cal. Then Michigan has their running back and a receiver from South Kakalaki. Like I said, we are ranked number 1. We're going to be taking on number 2, Miami. The Big Ten is well represented. We're going to have a rematch of our national championship game that we lost to Stanford. We also have Washington on the schedule. They're top 25. So it is going to be a fun season of good old college football, man. So I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are strapped in and ready to feel the G's. You feel me? Anyways, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. Peace, love. Hot sauce.